So the next day they loaded the coach with knitting needles, a bag of gold, and lots of yellow wool. Then they headed off under the portcullis over the bridge, with 2 guards up front and 2 guards behind, and out into the countryside. At the first cottage they came to, they asked to see the granny. She hobbled to the door in her rags and curtsied to the king. "Now," whispered Rumpelstiltskin's daughter, "give her a bag of wool and a pair of needles. Tell her to knit it all up, and you will come back in a month to collect your riches. Give her a gold coin for her pains." "Do I have to?" the king whined. "My grandfather always did," she said. "I would if I were you." And so they went all over the kingdom, hiring every granny they could find. At the end of the month, the king ordered his coach and wagons, rounded up his guards, and went to see the grannies. As he neared the first cottage, he heard the sound of singing. Looking out the window, the king saw crowds of happy villagers waiting there to greet him, cheering wildly as he passed. And every one of them was warm as toast in yellow woolly clothes. "Gold!" cried the king. "Something better than gold," said Rumpelstiltskin's daughter. "Your people will be warm all winter." Everyone brought presents for the king. By the time he got back to his palace, he had 17 sweaters, 42 mufflers, 8 vests, 1 pair of knickers, 135 pairs of socks, 12 nightcaps, and a tam-o'-shanter, all the color of gold. "Do they suit me?" asked the king as he tried them on. "Absolutely," said Rumpelstiltskin's daughter. The guards just stood there, gnashing their teeth, clutching their swords, and peering about with shifty eyes. "Don't you think it's time you got rid of them?" she suggested. "And the walls and the moat and the crocodiles, too? You don't need them any more. Your people love you now." She was right, as always, so the king set the guards to work tearing down the walls, and with the stones they built a zoo for the crocodiles and houses for the poor. "Are you sure you don't remember how your grandfather made gold?" asked the king one day. "I'm afraid not," she said. "It's a terrible pity," he sighed. "But you did try, and as a reward I have decided to make you my queen." "Why don't you make me prime minister instead?" suggested Rumpelstiltskin's daughter. And so the king did just that. He built her a nice house near the palace, and once a month she took time off to visit her parents. The people of the kingdom never went cold or hungry again, and whenever the king started worrying about gold, she sent him on a goodwill tour throughout the countryside, which cheered him right up. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Rumpelstiltskin's daughter had a name, too. It was Hope.
Diane Stanley researches everything about her topic before she starts writing and illustrating a book. For this story, she even investigated different types of food from the days when the characters might have lived. Maybe she pays such close attention to detail because she used to illustrate medical books. She always chooses a topic she loves, someone she considers the most interesting person or character in the world, and then reads everything she can on her subject. This helps her create the right setting, which is on top of Diane's How to Write list. Author's purpose. Diane Stanley's main purpose is to entertain, but she is also informing by teaching that kindness is more valuable than gold. What makes this story entertaining?